it's Sons of Anarchy.
That is not the Sons of Anarchy. That is He-Man.
By the power of Grayskull. You suck.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe figure set from the new CGI Netflix series. It's He-Man and the Ground Ripper. Now, this is obviously supposed to be the Road Ripper, but I guess, trademarks have changed hands, so now he's on a motorcycle like a vehicle that was not actually in the show. But I gotta say, it looks like it makes for a very fun playset, and you get a Power Attack He-Man in a redeco with it for, well, just $20, which is actually a pretty good deal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have He-Man and the Ground Ripper in the package, and it's one of those you can kind of feel the toy. He's got the sword back here. It says Power Attack He-Man, Masters of the Universe. The new logo looking cool. We got some artwork in the corner. Nothing on the sides really, so just kind of a close-up. There's He-Man riding his motorcycle. There's the new logo artwork from the show. Yeah, Ground Ripper, so that's kind of interesting. The back of the package shows you He-Man on the motorcycle itself and the Power Attack function. Plus, we've got Skeletor in the cross-cell. So yeah, there's He-Man. There is the gimmick, and there is Skeletor on his motorcycle. And that's, well, about it for the packaging. Let's get him out of box and see what we think. So here we have He-Man and the Ground Ripper out of the package, and this is a very fun set. I do like this figure series. It's the first time I'm getting a hold of them. They're very durable. They remind me of the old school toys. Especially with some of the play gimmicks. So the Ground Ripper itself is a motorcycle this time. It's actually pretty thin plastic. It's hollow on the inside. The handlebars do move, so you can adjust your character hands. The wheels roll very, very well. Obviously looks like the old vehicle a bit, except, it's a motorcycle, rolls well. It does have that kind of stand here at the bottom to keep it upright. All the details look cool. The paint job, the feet down here. It's definitely the Road Ripper. Got some more detail there. Yeah, it's just a motorcycle instead of a trike. So, yeah, not too bad. He-Man himself looking pretty cool. He's very solid, very clunky. He's got his power sword. Fortunately, it's this ugly yellow. Does have all the same details. I wish they would have cast this in gray instead of this yellow, but I guess it is what it is. He-Man's got a little peg port on the back here, so you can plug the sword in, which I do dig. That is very cool. I guess the yellow goes with the green on the bike, but yeah, I love the OG He-Man color scheme with this. I think it looks better than what we get in the show. His head moves back and forth, arms up and down. The hands do twist around, his legs kick back and forth and move in and out, and then so the twist, both hands have a twist at the wrist, which is very, very cool. Then he's got this Power Attack gimmick, so much like the old He-Man, you twist him around and he punches, which is cool. I love that. And then he's got another Power Attack, so they've enhanced the old 80s gimmick by giving him a left and right and an up and down. So the whole play set here is to put He-Man on the motorcycle. So let's get him on here real quick. Get him to grab his handlebars like thus. Get these big old meat hooks on there. Yeah, there we go. And here he is. We got the sword. It can also plug into the motorcycle itself. So we can plug this bad boy in right here. And now He-Man can ride around with his sword and his Ground Ripper. Very cool, very nice, definitely fun. It's a shame we didn't see this on the show, but it's cool. It's a fun little playset for $20. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I like the sculpt. A lot of people don't like this stylized look, but it looks like it did in the show. Now, the cool thing is not only does it look like we have the character in the show, we get these original He-Man colors. He's got the gray armor piece with the red logo in the middle. I like how the port where the sword goes in is kind of like the skull logo on the show. And then he's got kind of a brown armor to kind of go with the brown loincloth and look that he has in the OG, but sculpted well, nice and muscular, everything it looks like it did on the show. Now, looking at the midsection of the figure, again, continuing on with the classic OG He-Man color scheme. He's got the orange bracelets, which I really do dig. His loincloth is kind of gray to go with the armor, and then his legs are that brown color again, and then the sword is yellow. Unfortunately, I wish they just cast that in gray plastic, but I guess the yellow goes better with green on the motorcycle, and that's why they went with it, but I definitely dig the orange bands here. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, kind of going with that old G He-Man look. He's got kind of maroon boots, a little different color than the brown on his armor. Again, kind of more of an homage to the original He-Man. I just think that looks pretty cool. I wish he had a little bit more articulation in the legs, but, you know, it's kind of like the old He-Man figures. It really does harken back. So taking a closer look at the Ground Ripper itself, of course it's supposed to be the Road Ripper, but instead of a trike, now we have it in motorcycle form. It is a very hollow plastic, but it doesn't feel like it's fragile. It feels pretty durable. Obviously a lot of homage to the original vehicle. I do like that, the green and the yellow. There's lots of detail on it. I wish it had a bit more paint apps on it, a little bit more yellow paint app to highlight some of these, maybe a little bit more red, but I guess it is what it is. It's just cool that we got vehicles so soon, even though they don't appear in the show itself. For comparison, here we have the Netflix CGI He-Man next to the Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man, and obviously there are homages to this figure, but yeah, totally different in style, and that's okay. I'm not overly upset. It reminds me of the Motu Minis figures on a bigger scale, which is kind of cool, but they're definitely in a scale to match the old He-Man figures, and well, that's pretty cool. They're nice, they're durable, and they look fun next to each other up on the shelf. For comparison, here we have the Ground Ripper next to the Death Metal, a Bat Cycle, which is a pretty interesting look. I mean, this thing could fit into the Motu universe. Definitely the Evil Horde or Skeletor riding it, but yeah, they're actually not too dissimilar in size, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, you've got a 5-inch scale line to a 6-inch scale, so not too terribly surprising, but interesting to see them side by side. So the big question is, how does He-Man, the Motu Origins figure, fit onto the new Ground Ripper? So let's go ahead and see what he looks like. So we'll get him into his little pose, get him on here, and then connect him to the handlebars, at least with one hand. So there's that, and you can have the other hand there. And yeah, there he is. It actually looks pretty good. It scales well, it fits well. He rides on it. It doesn't look bad. Kind of fun, kind of interesting. But yeah, this actually does work. I like it. Rolls well, looks good, and well, it looks like a lot of Motu fun. So is the Power Attack He-Man and the Ground Ripper set from the new Netflix He-Man and the Masters of the Universe CGI show. Is this a set that you want in your Motu collection? You know, I'm going to say yes. First of all, the show was surprisingly fun. Way better than Revelation. I really enjoyed it. I think the toys are very fun. They're very toyetic. They remind me of my childhood revamp of those old durable He-Man toys, which is awesome. I think that this particular version I like a lot because it's got the old color scheme of He-Man, and it comes with the Ground Ripper, which I loved the Road Ripper as a kid. And for $20, you get an action figure and a vehicle. And a good action figure and a vehicle. And I personally think kids are going to love this. Old school He-Man fans are going to like it because it does have nostalgia. And it's going to be a great Christmas present this year. In fact, I bought a set for Toys for Tots personally to give away to some child this holiday season. So there he is! The Power Attack He-Man and the Ground Ripper from the new Netflix He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos. And follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.